Hey, so we had some technical difficulties. Right now, there's nobody watching anyway, so that's fine. But I don't know if you guys can see me. Give me a thumbs up or no, that's not the one. I didn't write a title on it.
No?
No. Right now, there's like nobody watching, anyways. I don't see any live chats.
What? You see? Oh,
Yeah, that's us.
okay. We're live.
Yeah, we're live. But there's nobody. So my name's Pat. This is Luke.
Hi, guys.
We just finished filming a vehicle, and this is the vehicle. The discussion I wanted to talk about today was mainly Tesla. This is not a Tesla. I'll let you guess which vehicle it is. Um, so if you guys if you guys know what vehicle we're in, don't forget to comment below. I'm just gonna adjust the camera. Maybe you can see a little bit more. There we go.
There you go.
So my name is Pat, and I do outsider reviews, and Luke helps me out filming every now and then, and we do car reviews. But this time, I'm not really gonna talk about car reviews as much. We will a little bit down the line, but I just read an article, Luke, and I don't know if you heard about this, but essentially Tesla sales are down 70% in Canada.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, from the month of December to the month of January, Tesla sales are down 70%. And I just want to, catching you a little bit off guard here because I told you last minute we were doing this. But what do you think? What do you think is the reason why the sales are down 70% for Teslas?
Oh, how many chances do I have? Honestly, I'm trying to be polite here. Musk, and I won't call it Mr. Musk. Musk being a polarizing person,
Yeah.
it's either black or white. Let's put it that way. So he's obviously he has some follower, of course, but he pissed off a lot of people. Maybe not within the United States, but around the world,
Yeah.
especially in Canada. So
So you think Elon Musk pissed off people, and that's why essentially Tesla sales are down 70% in Canada?
I believe so.
Okay.
I would believe so.
I also have other figures if you care about it, but essentially Germany, they're down 60%. Tesla sales are down 60%. Australia, 33%, they're down. There's a lot of things going on in all these places. We're in Canada, so this is a more polarizing issue for us because, let's face it, Elon Musk has not been the greatest fan in Canada in recent months. Actually, people that already have Teslas are putting stickers on it saying, I bought this before I knew the guy was, So that's essentially the topic we're gonna talk about. Here we got Shadow Man. Hey man, how's it going? And Snowy, yes, it's very snowy out. How you doing, man? Can I be a moderator? Yeah, I'll have to do that a little bit later on. I'm still getting the hang of this. This is the first vertical live I've done. Yeah, we are talking about Tesla. Sales are down 70% in Canada month over month. I'm not talking about year over year. And I want you guys to chime in of why do you think that is? Do I like it? The vertical live? I don't know. It's kind of weird seeing myself live here. I'm used to doing car reviews and stuff like that. But if you're talking to, do I like this car? Oh, do I like doing live? I don't know yet. It depends how I interact with you guys. If you guys all tell me to F off, it's going to be a negative thing, but I can take it. You guys can just say whatever you want. Canada is lame. You think that's why? Well, they're also down 33% in Australia. And I know everything's trying to kill you in Australia, but apparently they're trying to kill Tesla as well. And 60% down in Germany. Overall, I think in Europe they're down 59%. I think there was also Spain that was down 70%. You have a Tesla, and that's fine, man. You're allowed to have a Tesla. I'm just asking people right now, what is why do you think all these sales figures are down currently? Do you think it is the Elon Musk issue, or are there more to it than that? Now, Luke, he's a little bit leaning towards the side that it's Elon Musk, and Katie, you like Teslas? They're not my preferred EV. I actually own an EV. This is not it. This is a vehicle I just finished. Luke and I we just finished filming a review of this one. You guys can guess down below which car we're in right now. It's a 2025, and self-driving would be nice. I do like Super Cruise and Blue Cruise from Ford and GM. So I can see that, but in this weather that we're in right now, if I can show you where we are, let me turn this camera around.
Snowbank.
There you go. FSD, Super Cruise, Blue Cruise, none of them are gonna work where we are, and most of the time up here in the north. How many Teslas do I have? Are you, Katie? Are you asking that to me? Oh. Yeah, boy. Electric cars kind of suck, let's be real. We're going to go into that. I'll talk a little bit more about electric cars because I do have an electric car, and I can then tell you they're not for everybody. I'll be the first one to say that. There's no one cure fix all. But where I stand about the whole Tesla thing, about Elon Musk and the fact that he is losing a lot of sales.
A polarizing guy.
Yeah. But the thing is, it actually coincides a lot with what happened in recent months for Canada for EVs. We lost a lot of, all the federal rebates for EVs were down. They all got completely cowbosh. Provincials as well, Quebec, they suspended it. Let's face it, I don't think that's coming back anyways. Personally, I don't think it is.
No.
Probably not. And you're seeing a lot of that worldwide, right? So is Tesla... Is it Elon Musk has a factor? Absolutely, especially when you take it globally, but also look at BYD taking over into Europe. Yeah. So I think a lot of the downfall to Tesla in Europe, the fact that they're down 59% year over year, so that stat is year over year. I think that has 100% to do with the fact that BYD came in. Correct. And other Chinese maker. And I think if the Chinese vehicles were allowed to come here to North America, they would probably dominate as well. And this is coming from a guy who just retired from the military. I had a great career, multiple deployments to Afghanistan, Iraq, the real deployments like we call it in the biz. So yeah, and I've test drove Teslas. Here's what I think about Teslas for the EV market is the reason why they're suffering now. Elon Musk part of the problem, not the biggest part.
Big thing.
Options. People have options. What I find about Tesla is that they ride a little bit more hard. The suspension is not as fine-tuned as a lot of these other manufacturers. EVs, your boy, he said that EV sucks. So, what's it? Tesla interiors are god-awful. Yes, they're very simplistic. And for you guys that have Teslas, if you haven't noticed, Tesla is no longer a luxury segment vehicle. It's just not. And the reason is it's not. It's a very plain, they give you one screen. You don't have a driver information cluster, one screen, and now, shifting gears to go to drive and reverse done through the screen. I think that's absolutely BS. And that's why it's no longer classified as a luxury vehicle. It doesn't give you anything. It's, not priced either as a luxury vehicle, but the interior, my friend has one. The seats are already like ripping.
Is it?
Yeah, it's about a year and a half old. He's got a Tesla Model Y, and the seats are already ripping, and it's not a luxury vehicle anymore.
And I also understand that Tesla have a rusting problem in Canada too.
They do have a rusting problem, and there's no solution because rust proofing. Now, you guys correct me. Katie, I know you have one. Do you have a Tesla in Canada, and is rust proofing part of, will it void your warranty with Tesla? Because I know Tesla people have issues, but I have issues with, essentially Elon Musk itself. I think he's a nut job. I think he's flat out, he's a man child. He throws a tantrum. And the thing is, how many business is he looking over? And aside from looking over the country now, because he's he's Doge or douche, whatever you want to call it. He's taking care of that. He's taking care of the Boring Company. He's taking care of Tesla. He's taking care of SpaceX. He's taking care of
he sold PayPal.
Tesla too.
Yeah, he sold PayPal.
Yeah, that's been sold.
PayPal was sold.
So,
well, he's still the richest man on the planet. So.
He's still the richest man on the planet, but he doesn't have.
For now,
he's not a genius. I'm sorry for those who think that Elon Musk is a genius. I don't see him as a genius. He's not. Canada, please answer. I want to be sure. Sarah. What did Sarah say? Are you in Canada? Yes, I'm 100% in Canada. We're actually in the province of Quebec. I'm not from Quebec. Luke is. I'm from Ottawa, but we are in Quebec now, and this is where we just finished recording our car review of this 2025 vehicle. If anybody want to guess which car we're in this nice bright interior, maybe I could show you guys a little bit, but yeah. BC. Oh, we got BC out there. Hey, you guys just got dumped a lot of snow, right? And let's see, far west coast. Did you guys just get dumped a lot of snow in BC, which is actually odd for Victoria people and such?
Let's show the snowbank here beside me.
Is it? Careful, buddy. He might challenge you to a cage fight. Oh, please bring it. I mean, I was only a recce, paratrooper, infanteer, and then a special operator in close protection. So I think I can take Elon Musk in a cage fight. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, because I watched Motormouth, and Zach and Andrea were just showing they had a bunch of snow, and all year they've had no snow in their footage. That's why I was asking West Coast if you received that much snow as well. Oh, okay. Vancouver just got snow for a week, so it's gone now? Yeah, boy? Is all the snow gone? Because for us, we got like a foot of snow here in the snowbanks. I'm just gonna show you guys.
Well, look at the snowbank beside me.
Yeah, this is actually a compact SUV, and the snowbank is taller than that, so a couple feet there. Yeah. Now, I can show you the interior of the vehicle that we're recording right now. So, if you guys can guess what vehicle this is. It's got the shifter and the trackpad should give it away. That's basically a clear giveaway right there. All right.
It's a nice vehicle, though.
It's a nice vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Drives very well.
Yeah. An Alfa Romeo? No, it's not an Alfa Romeo. It's in the luxury segment. But it's not an Alfa Romeo.
It starts with an A.
Yeah, it starts with an A. It's you know what? It's a pretty nice vehicle. It's a 2025, and I don't know if I can make. It's got 272 horsepower, 280 pounds-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds. But back to my topic. Brian, you still there? Comment if you're still there. I think my moderator, Brian, just showed up. I appointed him when I started the channel. We used to record with Brian. Brian, what do you think about Elon Musk and the fact that Tesla sales are down 70% month over month here in Canada, but year over year they're down 60% in most of Europe? I think it's 59%, 33% in Australia, and I've pointed out factors that are dominant here in Canada is the fact that rebates are gone for EVs, and that's why you're seeing the Tesla decline. But I think you're going to see even more decline as we go for Tesla, just because of Elon Musk's antics, his political antics. He's just out there. He's cutting. Well, one, he's not taking care of Tesla.
Well, it's just not him. It's him and his buddy Trump.
Yeah, Trump, but this is a car show. I don't really want to talk about Trump. If you guys bring up Trump, I'll address it, but not if Luke does. But essentially, yeah, so I think Tesla sales are going to keep going down. I think they peaked in 2024, and in Canada, they went up from 2023 to 2024 to something like 300%. It was insane. But now people are realizing there's other options. There's a lot of options, and to my better options. Most of the EVs that I've reviewed,
Well,
reviewed are a better option than a freaking Tesla whose suspension is just crap.
well, keep in mind he was first to market, so for quite a while he had the market for himself. Now
Yeah.
he's got competitors,
Yeah.
which is just business.
So you live up north, right? Far west coast. You say EVs are just not practical where you live. I was thinking the same thing because I live in the country, in the middle of nowhere. I'm 45 minutes from anywhere, and I drive 4 hours to pick up press cars to review them weekly, and it's a grind because I have to drop them off before 9 a.m. So with traffic and everything, I leave my house no later than 4 a.m. to drop off. But I actually end up buying an EV just because I do about 100 kilometers a day is what I average. And let's see, I bought my EV in December and I'm at 11,000 kilometers already. It's insane. But it's the amount of fuel it saves me. So is it practical for long road trips? No, that was a pain in Christmas for an EV, but they definitely have a place because I'm saving 500 bucks a month. But I live in Quebec, so fuel is insane. I was spending 600 bucks a month on fuel,
But electricity is cheap, so
and electricity is the cheapest in the nation. So
yeah.
I have some friends in Ontario where gas is a lot cheaper and electricity is a lot higher. And I have a friend in North Carolina. I don't know. I'm not sure if Joe's watching. Joe, if you're watching, he's got his own YouTube channel, Rev Nation. But his electricity rate is double, actually triple
Yeah.
what I pay, and his gas is like half the price of what we pay. So you can find usage in EV, but I don't think they're marketing it for the right people. It's for rural people who live about 45 minutes out of town. Because in city, if you have a condo and or an
Yeah.
apartment and you can't charge at home, there's no freaking point in having an EV if you can't charge it at home. That's just my personal opinion about that. But I'm just glad that I'm just glad that Tesla sales are going down just because I hate Elon Musk. I think he's a man child. I think what he's doing in the United States right now is crazy. I think what the United States is doing to us is also a little bit crazy, but I'm not gonna get over political. This is a car channel. Far West Coast. Where do you drive? I don't know. Can't say he didn't earn that 60 billion bonus. The 60 billion bonus is still got challenged a second time. I think the courts refused the second one as well. So I don't know what's going on with the 60 billion bonus for Elon Musk. He's definitely earned it because he's leading like 5 companies and the government of the United States. So there's that. Maybe he's trying to find more money by cutting into the government. But personally, I don't think the sales decline right now, the 70%, has to do with Elon Musk. But I think all the declines you're going to see in sales from Tesla globally happening because it's a global thing. I'm not sure about the US, how you guys feel about Elon Musk. But globally, I mean, people are petitioning against him globally. They're protesting him for a reason. They're not really protesting Tesla. They're showing up at Tesla sites, but they're not really protesting Tesla. They're protesting Elon Musk, who's a man-child and a douche.
Well, you talk about decline, trying to stay objective here. I mean, did we plateau with the sales of electric vehicle? I mean, some people wanted them. You sold so many of them. A friend who said it kept growing and growing. Now you kind of plateau, so it's going to stabilize.
EV sales probably did plateau, to be honest with you.
There's a possibility.
In 2024, that probably was the best years for EV because now all the rebates are done. So they're going to have to drop the prices. But what did Tesla just do? They raised their prices. If you look at Tesla, they have gone up in Canada anyways from $5,000 increase to all the way to $8,000. Depends which model you choose and if it's a performance. I think the Model 3 Performance is now the most is the one that increased the most by $8,000 increase, and the other one's around $4,000. But that doesn't tell the whole story because everybody just lost that $5,000 rebate. So essentially, all Teslas now are up $9,000 and up. So they're more expensive by $9,000 and up, and that's going to affect sales a lot. And I think that was fine what the government did. Well, I can say that because I got my EV, and I got all the rebates for it and stuff like that. You guys can go watch the video on the channel which EV I got. I got the Chevrolet Blazer, I don't know, Equinox EV RS all-wheel drive, and I don't regret my purchase. Range is not that great in the wintertime, that's for sure. My family uses two primary vehicles: a Chevy 4x4 and for the pickup, and a small car for long travels and commuting. So you got the Silverado, I'm assuming. I love the Silverado. Is it the Duramax? Because that's my favorite. That's my favorite truck. The 10-speed transmission with the Duramax. It's the best. It's efficient. Doesn't cost too much in gas, and yeah.
That's with the V6 turbo.
No,
Four to four.
no. It's the the Duramax is the 3-liter 6-cylinder.
Okay.
Yeah. I think some of the small EVs that are coming out now, like the Kicks or EV3. Okay, yeah, there might be a small bump. They're practical. Well, I think what manufacturers are doing, they're coming out with more affordable EVs. They're coming out and that's just it. Tesla's been taunting coming out with that Model 2 or whatever nickname they're giving it and all that stuff. There's no interest for Tesla to come out with an affordable EV. E-bikes? You know what? This is a car channel, but I don't know about e-bikes, man. Like,
I don't know. They
I
just
think it's gonna make us lazier, if anything.
I know that Can-Am in Canada, Quebec, Can-Am being made in Canada, they're starting selling e-bike, and I was in a bike shop because I'm also a motorcyclist, and didn't seem to get that much traction yet. I mean, it's of course. It's
Well, he's in
selling,
BC, so they can use it all year round.
But I mean, I'm not sure about EV bikes, but hey, we'll see.
No, I just think that manufacturers are coming out with more affordable EVs when Tesla's going the complete opposite way, and I think that's BS because they're not gonna. It's not like I want Tesla to fail personally. At this point I kind of want Elon Musk to fail. I don't like the guy on an individual standpoint. Tesla, I think they can do a lot better with the vehicle. They just have a CEO that doesn't really care about them anymore, who's just using them as a cash cow. I think the Chinese EVs that are coming out are something that Canada should be having access to, in the US too. I think the protectionism is screwing over the consumer. Cost of living is high enough. Let us have those 1,200 kilometers EVs that China has at an affordable price, and then you'll see it grow if everybody actually cares. But essentially, yeah.
I'm not an EV person, okay, at all. But
You don't like EVs at all.
I like driving them. I got the chance to drive them with you. I like
Yeah.
driving them. I wouldn't own one, but I still personally I believe that the technology will evolve. The electric engine
Oh,
won't
yeah.
change. That is forever. The battery things will evolve, and then it will going to get cheaper and probably with a longer charge.
Well-
10 years on the road, 5 years on the road. I know there's a lot of research being done on battery. Within the next 10 years, it'd be totally
batteries.
different.
Well,
I think.
it just came out that solid state batteries are going to be coming out, and they're going to be pretty. That's going to be a game changer if we can get solid state. Just we get a battery that doesn't degrade, right? Because that's the thing. A lot of people are not buying used EVs. One, because they're priced pretty high. That's what's killing EVs. They're priced too high, and I know companies are losing money over them, and that's why they're priced this high. But it doesn't make, like, you're selling something that's supposed to save people money, right? You market it so that save on gas. That's what the big thing, right? But then you have the price high that they'll probably never. The average person will never save on gas enough to make up for the difference. So what are you targeting here? Who are you targeting? You're targeting people with a lot of kilometers, like myself. I do a lot of kilometers. I do 100 kilometers just to go to Costco and do some groceries and stuff like that. So for me, an EV is a no-brainer. I'm seeing it month over month how much money I'm saving. I was lucky enough to be able to put a big down payment on it and make it worthwhile that I can see the savings all the time. But it's just, man, like, when you review cars like I do, I fell in love with EVs when I started reviewing them. When I would go from EV to an internal combustion. Sure, some internal combustions are a lot of fun, like this particular one that I'm reviewing today. It's a lot of fun. Luke got to have some fun with it too, and it's amazing. But Yeah, EVs are not great in the winter because of the range, but also they're heavier, which means if they start sliding, when your EV starts sliding, it is almost impossible to recover. You just basically have to wait till it stops sliding. You have to have an amazing traction control system, but even then, it's like me. If I go sliding down a hill, and then Luke, who weighs 100 pounds less than me, slides at the same time. If we're racing, I'm sliding so much further and faster. It's not even going to be a challenge. But that's what an EV is compared to a regular
Gravity
gas
remains
car.
the same.
Yeah, so that's where an EV compares to a gas car. Now on the highway, straight Blizzard, an EV, solid platform. You feel good about it. But if it's a winding road and it's going downhill, I don't like driving an EV that much in those snowy conditions. I like driving this car. This car did amazing.
I know the EVs are hard on the tires. They're probably going to be hard on the brakes too. It's a
Um,
heavier machine to stop, so obviously it's going to be hard
well,
on the
no,
brake too.
because you have to factor in. Yes, the brakes usually are calibrated for the weight of the vehicle,
Yeah,
but most people that have EVs use one pedal drive. So basically, you're
regenerating.
regenerative. So the engine's doing most of the slowing down for you. So the brakes are actually spared quite a bit, and it's just
Okay.
regenerative.
I don't live with an EV, so I just drove them for fun.
Yeah, I personally and far west coast. You're in BC, man. You must be surrounded by EVs. So that's just what I think, anyways. But yeah, essentially, the political climate we're living here is a big shift and people moving away. And I think when they politicize EVs, that's when they messed up. They messed up when they politicized EVs. EVs can be great. You're not seeing a lot of EVs. I've noticed a lot of e-bikes, but yeah, you're not seeing a lot. Oh, so you're northern BC. How far north are we talking about? Like, okay. And do you guys still have that rebate in BC? Because I think you guys cut it this year, but I think you're still offering it, right? I think BC's still offering the rebate, and okay. I'm closer to Alaska than Vancouver. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you're not the typical BC hippie. Hopefully, I'm not offending anybody by saying that, but BC's kind of known for that though. Bergenstock, like that's what they're known for.
They have some funny mushrooms.
Hmm?
Yeah, some funny mushrooms on there, up there.
Yeah.
Whatever, out there.
This is getting out of hand. But yeah, this week we just finished recording and reviewing the 2025 Acura RDX A-Spec, and the A-Spec is the top trim. Unlike the MDX that has the Type S and all that stuff. And it was a lot of fun to record this. We just did some drone footage right now. That's why we're in the middle of nowhere. I need my drone not to hit any more power lines and stuff like that. But
Hopefully your wife doesn't listen to that one.
oh no, she saw the crashes. She knows that you definitely get a warranty if you get a drone, the replacement warranty, because then I got it replaced for free, but now I'm running out.
That was my fault. You just blame me. I was driving too fast. You couldn't follow.
Yeah. But what cars would you like to see next? There, far west coast. What vehicle do you want to see reviewed this year? I'm gonna try to work, but I can tell you guys a little bit about the inner workings of starting a YouTube channel for doing car reviews and stuff like that. So essentially, it was a pain, right? Because it's a tight circle. It's a very tight circle in there, and I'm an outsider, hence the channel. And I wanted to start a channel of outsider because you see all these auto enthusiasts that care about shit that I didn't care about. I don't know if I can say shit on live on YouTube. I know TikTok is a lot looser, but anyways, so when you're starting a review channel, which is what I did about a year and a half ago, as an outsider, I was tired of seeing automotive enthusiasts care a lot about things that I personally don't care about, everyday cars. So they're like feeling the fabric and all that stuff. So this car's got really nice fabric and such. Let me move you guys around here. So yeah, it's got suede here, it's got leather here, it's got metal speakers and such. It's got some cool fabrics, but I don't care because I'm a dad. I need something that's easy to clean, right? And personally, I couldn't care less. I want to know how fuel efficient it is, how performing it is, 0 to 60 time, how much horsepower, torque, and all that stuff. What's the body roll like? And so I decided to start my own YouTube channel, and I went to a Montreal car show, and started meeting. And I asked for a media pass, and they just gave it to me. So anybody can start a YouTube channel doing car reviews in Canada, apparently, because I just asked for a media pass, got a media pass, got to meet the PR rep of General Motors, who said, you know what, I'll give you a shot. Why not? I'll lend you a vehicle, which was the Chevrolet Blazer was my first vehicle, along with the Nissan Kicks, the 2023 Nissan Kicks, I believe. Brian, correct me. I think that was the 2023 that he had. So we started off strong with 2 cars in the same week, and then we said never doing that again because it was a lot of work. We just started off reviewing cars that way, and yeah, it just so if you're just joining now, let me know what car in the comments. Let me know what car you'd like us to review, and let me know as well in the comments section. The new Jeep hybrids would be a good review. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you're talking about, well, are you talking about the plug-in hybrid there? Because I also definitely want, or are you talking about the range extender from, no, that's Ram, but yeah. Yeah, Brian says like that was a long week. Yeah, we were exhausted after that, but we also didn't have our format down. Now it's a little bit easier. We have our spot and being in Canada in the middle of winter, not the BC, you guys don't get that much snow, obviously, but the slush and everything, I literally have to find a recording spot right next to
The car wash.
Because if I don't, it's filthy, and I don't. Well, let's see what here. Key and Dowd. Okay. The refresh 2025 Ioniq 5. Yeah, that'd be good. That would be good. I don't think it has a rear wiper though. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they still haven't added a rear wiper.
Still?
But I'd love to do the N line. I think the N line also got EV of the year in Canada. It just got announced last week at the Toronto Auto Show, but it got the EV of the year.
Guys can ask what they like.
It has a wiper now? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, definitely.
So. I thought so too.
Yeah, okay, good, because that was the dumbest thing. Well, if you live in California, not an issue, but the Ioniq 5 the Ioniq 5 not having it, that's completely turned me off. I definitely want to see what they've done about it. I like the pixelated look about it. It looks pretty nice. So I definitely, yeah, okay. I'm gonna talk to Francois. He's the Hyundai rep here in the province of Quebec. I gotta talk to him.
Because he hasn't mentioned it, but we cannot get all the cars we want.
No, I don't have an in yet for Mazda and Subaru. I might be okay with Subaru. I have the name, I have the email, I gotta send that off. So that's the hardest part, is what a lot of people don't understand about reviewing car review channels and stuff when you're starting off. I have 5,000 views, but obviously I start off with 0. Nobody cares to lend you a car. I got lucky when PA from General Motors lent me my first press cars, and the vehicles I get, because there's a hierarchy, right? The higher channels are here in Quebec. There's still TV channels that broadcast, and they get priority. And sometimes they'll have it for 2 weeks and all that stuff, and I'm still struggling to have it for a week. So when a new car comes out, I have to be either very lucky, I show up at the right time, right place, and nobody's signed it out yet, and I can get it, or that's basically it. Or it's an end of life kind of thing. Now for EVs, good day from Brisbane, Australia. Hey, what's going on? I just said earlier, hey Rusty, I just said earlier, Tesla sales are down 33% in Australia year over year. So definitely comment below why you think that is, because up here in Canada, another Commonwealth country, they're down 70% month over month. So definitely Tesla's going down pretty good. But so yeah, I was talking about getting set up, the journey to be doing car reviews and stuff like that. So you get to find. I started emailing on the internet every single PR rep I could. Most of them, they ignore your emails right away.
And beside, Brian and I still haven't got any money out of it.
No, my channel is still losing about $125 a month.
We're just doing it for fun, guys.
Matrix Nexa S4? I don't even know what that is.
Matrix.
The Matrix S4? You're gonna have to help me out with that one there, my BC man, because I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. So yeah, there's a hierarchy, and a lot of reason why I get either lucky or because I'm emailing people enough to annoy the crap out of them, and I'm actually calling them.
It's called professional harassment.
Professional harassment, and that's just that's what you got to do in this business, because they're not going to care for you because you don't get the same amount of views as those big channels. And because I live 320 kilometers one way from the press fleet, I put a lot of kilometers. And one thing, in the United States, they don't care too much about how many kilometers, but in Canada, the PR reps care quite a bit because they're going to resell that car afterwards. Now, EVs were harder to get by because, well, they wouldn't qualify for the rebates once they got over, I think it was 5,000 kilometers. And now that's gone, so I should be able to get more EVs. I'll be surprised. Yeah, well, you know what? I emailed the one SUV that I've been trying to get, and I finally got in touch with the right people because they were at the Toronto Auto Show, and I had a person there representing me, and is the Ineos Grenadier. Definitely want to take that one off-road and see what it's like. And I definitely want to review, Stellantis' new, so for example, the Dodge Daytona. So their electric, was it the fastest muscle car on the planet is what they call it. So I want to do that one.
The concept of muscle car with an EV.
Muscle car with an EV. Yeah, that's
I'm an old guy here. Sorry, guys.
Well,
I know what a muscle car is, so.
Yeah, it's gotta have to be a V8 or higher, right?
It has to be a V8 somehow.
I'll definitely look that up. The Matrix Nexa S4. Can you Google that on your phone? Oh, I kind of want to check it out. So Matrix Nexa S4. I'm already surprised that I don't have a clue what it is. But
Matrix.
Yeah.
Matrix what?
We'd also love to see a review of the Kia EV9. I have a review of the Kia EV9.
What do you write it?
Matrix Nexa, so November Echo X-Ray Alpha
4S?
S. Yeah, he said S4 before.
Matrix EV.
So I do have a review of the EV9.
They're being some in Canada, huh?
Oh my god, that's tiny.
No, Pat is not getting into that car.
Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to get the glare out of it. This is what, from West Coast, this is what you want to see me in?
He doesn't even get into it.
For reference, man, I'm 260 pounds, all right? So, I did a review of the Fiat 500e, close enough to that thing. With it has about 100 some kilometers. So key, you wouldn't want to have that one. But that's not the one for the dad. There, it's not an EV for dad. The Kia 500e. It's kind of like, it's more for like the metro people that are just going pop around the city. You could, yeah. I'm not gonna. So yeah, there's a video of that one there, West Coast. If you want to see me try to fit in the back seat, is there. Go check out that review. The Fiat 500e, but that one doesn't even have a back seat.
If I close it.
So you want to see it for basically comedic reasons, right? You want me no license, no insurance. So you don't need a license for it. What's the how much horsepower does it have? Did you still have it there?
No, so done. Let's check.
So it's got to be what, under 50 cc's or something like that. The Kia, the Matrix Nexa 4S is what we're checking out right now.
It says it's sitting 4. I don't know.
It seats 4, or just one of me.
3,000 watt. Range of 85 kilometers. Oh my
Okay,
God.
so
It's
yeah,
gonna
85
take,
kilometers.
We're gonna have to put it on the fleet to get it.
3,001 battery, 6 8
410
hours.
kilograms. Very small.
Takes about 8 hours, but that's probably level 2.
Climbing ability 20%. 20.
Okay. Max speed 30 kilometers an hour. So I should do a video of picking up the Matrix Nexa 4S in Ontario and driving it back to Quebec and see how many days that takes.
Well, wait here. I'm a smart ass. Okay, the range is 85 kilometers and the charging time is 6 to 8 hours. Just getting the car from Montreal to here, it would take 3 weeks. No,
Okay, yeah, 3 weeks. I don't have that much time. I don't have that much time to.
No trailer.
Yeah, that's
Buddy.
like 3 different car reviews I could have done in that time. But hey, if you bring it here, I'll review it. Matrix, the company name, the model name is Matrix Nexa. If you bring it here, I'll review it. The Key and Dowd, the EV9 family car. I have a friend here in Quebec that bought it. His name is Martin, and he loves it. He's got a family. I think he's got 2 kids. My kid absolutely loved it. The only thing I didn't like about the EV9, and that's typical to being an EV, is that it's an SUV, but it sits low. So I didn't like. Kind of gave me more of a minivan vibe, but it, it's in the category of SUV, and definitely ample amount of space. The range is pretty good on it too. I liked it. I like the EV9, and I think for that, and the thing, again, with the protectionism going on in Canada, I think you would love the Explorer EV, but it's only in Europe. And that is essentially what they took as the Volkswagen ID4 platform, made it a bit bigger, and I think it is a 7-seater.
That's
Somebody
the one
correct
they're
me
not
if
bringing in, right? That's the one
and they're not. They
cancel.
decide not to bring it.
Yeah.
But Key, I think you would love the Explorer EV, and it's a shame that we don't get it here, because if you look at an EV9, what competition it has, well, the Rivian, that's not even the same category as budget-wise. Neither is the Volkswagen ID Buzz. So when you come to something that offers you that much space with decent range, you can't really go wrong with the EV9. And it was a lot of fun to drive. I drove it in the snow as well. It was a winter review. And I mentioned the charging in there. So definitely check out the review. That was last year, 2024. But they haven't changed it. So definitely go check that one out. Kia, they make pretty good AVs. They're surprising me, and the Weekender looks pretty sick. If you guys want a cool off-roader kind of thing, I think it would be great for military field am. Is the Kia Weekender. Being in Edmonton means just about every trip is a road trip. Yeah, the city of Edmonton is pretty spread out. I've trained in Edmonton for pre-deployment training before going to Afghanistan, and that's one thing I found out. It was a really spread out kind of city. So I need. Oh, my wife's calling. I guess she's not watching the live. Let's decline that. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry,
I know I'm gonna get in trouble for declining a phone call from my wife there, but shouldn't she be watching and supporting her husband? No, she's working. She's got better things to do, I guess. But
she's paying for you, buddy.
an Equinox? No, she's messaging me. LSM for life. Outdoor Brian, yeah. Or no, the charge speed of the Equinox in negative weather, so like -10 and colder and stuff. The fastest I got the Equinox EV to charge at was 120 kilowatts hour. So not good compared to the Korean twins like Hyundai and Kia. What they're offering, that's light speed away. It's light speed. It's like an extra. They're like 250s, and now there's 350 kilowatt charging speed now. So yeah, you're better off if you. It doesn't really matter if you're using like what I'm using my Equinox for. It's just everyday travel, and the Equinox does have decent range. It's just wintertime, everything goes down, and at negative 10 Celsius on highway. So highways is not great for EVs. 320 kilometers is what I was able to get on highways at negative 10. So that's not a whole lot of range for the Equinox. Now, granted, I'm testing the Equinox a lot more because I bought it, but so I'd say the Nissan, you know what, man? The Nissan Ariya might be a good option because one, they're not selling very quick, and you could probably get a better deal than what's advertised. And two, it does really well in cold. That's why they have this. They did this thing where it's pole to pole. They went from the South Pole to like the North Pole with a Nissan Ariya. It's like a documentary or something like that.
And I like that car when we tested it.
Yeah, and now it has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and that was my biggest gripe when I tested it a year ago. It didn't have wireless auto or Apple CarPlay, so definitely, yeah. So I'm gonna try to get that Hyundai Ioniq 5. I'm pretty sure I can. I'll definitely do a review of that, and I definitely want to do the Jeep's plug-in hybrid. And hopefully, if you guys saw our Bronco Raptor review, we have a sandpit area that we go to, and it'd be interesting to see because the Jeep plug-in hybrid is a much heavier vehicle, hence the battery and all that stuff. So it'd be nice to see what it goes off-road. Nobody's going off-road in this kind of thing. I mean, we have a 2-foot, 3-foot tall snowbank.
3 feet.
You're getting stuck. I don't know who has a 4 feet clearance, but none of the press vehicles we get have that, so we're not doing off-road in the winter time. Plus the snowmobilers don't like it because we ruin their trails, so there's that. But I definitely like that you guys we actually had a few people this time around in this live. Anything else that you guys want to bring up? I have my email address on the channel website, so you can definitely send me an email, tell me what you guys want to see and all that stuff. And also, I am also on Instagram at Outsider Reviews. TikTok is Outsider Reviews Pat. I gotta get used to these handles and memorizing them all, but it's pretty much all the same. So on Instagram, it's just a picture of me with the Bronco Raptor, and I think it's the same picture for TikTok as well. So definitely follow me on those platforms. Message me on those platforms if you emails is too archaic for you guys. And thanks a lot for staying with us for. Wow, it's been at 47 minutes. Yeah. That's a long time. I gotta go. Hit the gym.
Your wife is waiting for you.
My wife is waiting for me. I gotta message my wife, and definitely have to send some emails about those vehicles that you guys want me to review. So the Hyundai and the Jeep, I got that. Comment below which other vehicles you guys want me. I'm pretty adamant at replying to comments, and that's about it. So for Luke and I,
cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Think it went well?
Okay.
Good luck.